Hey guys, it's Big John here from Ludwig Motorsport, and we're installing the tachometer for the 87 GMC. So what you're going to need is your tachometer, some pliers, some wire cutters, a stripper if you have it because they're nice and useful. You're going to need some connectors, and you're going to need a way to mount it. We're going to be using double-sided tape for this, and just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, we're using zip ties. You can easily just bolt it into your dash using one of these and the hole provided in the tack. So when you're putting your tachometer inside your truck or vehicle, you might want to find where you want to put it. For in this instance, we're going to put it on the column, so that way when we look straight down to look at our speed and our fuel, we can see the RPM right there. You could easily put it somewhere here or somewhere here, but then you're going to be blocking your view. But I think right here is going to look nice and clean. And it should be easy to run through the hole at the side of the steering column. So what we're going to do now is just going to put the tack in place, tape it, and zip tie it, and we don't have to worry about moving it again, and then just run the wires through the hole that we have here once we put that on. So we're going to do that right now. So we're going to start by cutting a piece that fits that spot right there. Doesn't have to be exact, just about how pretty you want it. You want to make it look. Now make sure when you're cutting stuff with your knife to cut towards you, never away from you. Make sure your fingers are in the path of travel when you are cutting. Push that right in, so a nice contact. Take off the protective coating there. That's a little pain in the butt. Rip that off. Make sure that's on there all nicely. Grab your zip ties. Alright, and then we're going to cut off that little nubbin. Now we're going to run the wires through the column. Now, since we got all the wires into the underside of the dash, we can now start wiring it all up. So on this tachometer, the black is the ground. The green wire is the tack wire from the distributor. Red wire is the ignition power, or anything that's powered on when the car is turned on, and white is the panel light, or the light to the dash so you can see at night. So we got to take the black and green wire into the engine bay. So we're going to do the good old hanger trick, where you attach these to a hanger, put it through a hole, and then catch it on the other side. But we're in the bushy side of the neighborhood, so we're going to use a piece of round stock to do that. All right, there we go. So now we take the two wires that we need with a little bit of duct tape, or any type of tape. Attach this to it and then pull it out. Like so. Now I want to pull it up. Alright, now just take your hanger or whatever you're using and just pull it out with the wires. Now to get the tack wire for my truck is under the air cover, so we're just going to have to rip that out real quick and do all the hoses, and voila! So on my truck, the coil being there, for factory they have this connector that would plug into the tachometer that would really go for the truck, but this doesn't have the tachometer, but it does have the connector. They just taped it off, so we're just going to cut this connector off and attach this wire to it. All right, we're going to shorten this. We're going to give it a little slack. because we don't hate ourselves that much. Take our little snippers. Pull that. Look at that. So smooth. Then take this, shove it in the connector, and crimp it. Take that, turn it, shove it. Like that. We'll go there. Make sure wires in the whole way and get a little tug. Perfect. That ain't coming out. We're done. 1 of 4 wires. So we're gonna put the air cleaner back on so we don't get any dirt or anything inside the engine. All right, we got a connector for the black wire, and we got the bolt where it's going to be connected to, and we got the hole. So now we're just going to make them work out together. So first we're going to take the black wire. We're not going to cut it down the length. It could use a little bit of slackeroni. Take this into our little crimper. Put it in the spot. Make sure the wires are where they need to be. And miss the crimping altogether. There we go. Give your crimp a little snug. Perfect. Now we take the bolt that I lost. Put it back on the hole. Perfect. Now we got the ground wire and the tachometer wire hooked up. Now it's just power and the lights to do, which is going to be in the truck. Alright, for these 2 wires, they're going to be all under the dash. So like I said, the white wire is going to be controlled by your panel lights, so wherever that is. On this truck, my panel lights are controlled by this switch here. By turning it all the way to the left, we'll turn on the interior lights. And pulling out is the headlights and tail lights. So we're going to be splicing into that wire with the white wire here, and the red wire just goes to anything with an ignition to it. I'm going to use the same wire we use for the stereo ignition, which is just a yellow wire that comes standard from the manufacturer, but you can use any type of wire. So now if you got a 74 to an 87 GMC or Chevy truck, what you want to do is contort yourself so you'd be on your back in like a crab-like position to get under the dash. And once you're under the dash, now you can start working on your truck. Well, we're going to start by locating the yellow wire. There you go.
Let's get this in there. Hurry up,
Oh,
run,
shit.
run.
Oh shit, guys. Oh shit. The door's unlocked. You gotta get on the other side. Get on the outside door. Alright guys, so we just finished installing all 4 wires from that tachometer. We already have it installed, so now we're going to turn the key and see if it all works or not. One thing I gotta mention, in your tachometer, there's going to be a little dial in the back that you hit, and you're going to put it to whatever setting you need for the type of vehicle you have. So if you have a V8, there's going to be a V8 setting. It's probably going to be labeled 6 and 8 or 4, 6, 8 like mine is. So just set it to what you have. Mine's a V8, so I already set it up to the 8 position. And now for the test. There we go.
Give it a good little rev.
And that's it. That's how you install it. Now we're going to go for a little ride. We're going to visit my girlfriend. We're going to get some Starbucks. We're going to have a gay old time.
Well, off to visit your mother.
Man.
What? Frig off, Burb.
Are you seeing this cameraman?